Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video where I've been recapping what the last 10 years have sort of been like for me in the Reborn community. So I've written down a few notes about what I think have been some trends, some changes, some things that I've seen happening in the Reborn community over the last 10 years. So if you're interested in learning about or hearing what my opinion is of what's been happening in the Reborn community, then stay tuned. So today I have my gorgeous Ivy. She is by Eliza Marks, and she's going to be my little Santa baby today to feature in my video. And she's got this really beautiful little Christmas bauble that I picked up here at Glass, and it's got a beautiful Christmas tree with there's little snowflakes as well in the bottom. It's got some spray as well, but there's actually some loose little snow in there, and it's got a really pretty Christmas tree. So I thought she could be holding her special little Santa globe there, Christmas tree globe, while I talk about some things that I think have happened in the last 10 years of this Reborn hobby. So first of all, I just wanted to say a huge Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and get to spend lots of time with your family and get to spend a lot of time with your gorgeous babies. Now, this baby, as I said, is Ivy from Eliza Marks, and she was reborn by Memma's Munchkins Nursery, which is here on the Gold Coast where I live in Australia. And she is just absolutely adorable. And she's just got some little spit bubbles, if you're wondering what's around her mouth. I really like those little spit bubbles. So yes, I just wanted to hope you have an amazing Christmas, and hope you have an amazing 2020. It's coming up really close now. So yeah, so first I wanted to talk about some trends, some Reborn trends that I've seen in the last 10 years. So the first thing I wanted to say is the most popular sculpts for the last few years. Well, we're talking about the 10 years, but I'm just going to now talk about the last few years. So I personally think that in the last few years there's been a trend on one particular kit, and those people who watch my channel regularly will know that I think Levi has been the most popular kit that is around at the moment, that has been for the last few years. I know there's lots of other really popular kits, but personally, just from what I've seen out in the community, I've just seen more people having a Levi kit than any other kit, just a more common kit than I've seen of any other kit. So I'd love to know if you think there's any other more popular kits than Levi out there in the community. I personally not aware of it. The Levi, as far as I'm aware, is the most popular kit out there. And luckily, because he is unlimited, so you can continue to keep buying and buying and buying his kit, and it's unlimited, which thank God he is. Thank you, Bonnie, for doing that. Otherwise, oh my God, we would be fighting over our Levi's. The other trend is, I just wanted to say that over the last 10 years, the Reborn YouTube community is really growing. So welcome to all the new people over the last 10 years. I think I've had my channel now for 12 years. So I just wanted to welcome all the people that have joined our community in the last 10 years, the last decade, and welcome them, and hope you enjoy your time here on YouTube. It is getting harder because there's getting more and more Reborn channels out there. So, but I still encourage and welcome them. I just would like to see as many channels as possible because I just love sharing my hobby and I love seeing other people share their hobby. So well done to those people who have started their YouTube channel. Welcome to our YouTube Reborn community. The other thing I wanted to say is we've also had more reborn daddies entering into our hobby, which is wonderful. So hello and welcome to all the new reborn daddies in our community. We love to have you here, and we hope that you continue to stay with us and encourage more people who are so inclined to this hobby to feel welcome and enjoy the hobby as much as we do. And I also wanted to say, and one of the big trends that I've noticed, especially over the last 5 years, is a change in the way we buy our reborns. So back when I was buying most of my reborns, I would be sourcing most of my reborns from eBay. But I have noticed now that if I want to buy a reborn, the last place I would be looking is eBay. The first place I'd be looking is in my reborn sale groups, the reborn artists posting. So I would be, all of my sales and purchases are all done through Facebook now. So that's a new trend that I think is new, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this. Are you still buying from eBay, or are you like me buying from Facebook and those other different sorts of social media? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Unfortunately, eBay now is full up with all the Chinese reborns that, well, I don't even call them a reborn because they're just factory made. And if they are actually touched by human hand, they're just done very quickly. They're just a tiny spray of pink on them. They put a strip of fake lashes on them. They thickly root, like pluggy, thick hair. They're really gross. So, unfortunately, the market is saturated on eBay with those sorts of babies. What else I want to talk about? I also just wanted to mention about Facebook and our ability to now communicate, share our hobby with others. So Facebook has been one of the platforms that I've personally been using to join heaps of reborn groups, being able to not only share my babies there online, being able to help other people in the community who are new, other people who are not so new, but just looking out for information. Also, for sales, obviously, is a wonderful way to sell and buy. Also, getting out all of the scammer information on Facebook's been a really powerful tool. So I do really, really encourage people who are interested in reborns and that want to keep in touch with the community and other people who share this same interest, which, not a lot of other people do in the community. So it's good that we can have this place together. We can all talk and discuss and share, and I just love that community. So well done to Facebook for having that platform for us to be able to share. Some changes to the Reborn hobby in the last 12 months have been, there's now in the last 10 years, sorry, 12 months, the last 10 years, there's been more Reborn supplies shops available, which is making us easier for people around the world to buy supplies if you need some. Also, I'm trying to think of the name. Sorry, it will come to me. But there's been a lady in Australia her and her husband have invented a breathing box. SML show, something like that. She's an Australian reborn artist, and her and her husband have come up with some baby breathing boxes that you can insert into your reborns should you want them to breathe. So that's been a change in the last 10 years. Also, there's been, I find personally, a bit of the decline in like the websites like Dolphin. I'm not saying they're not there, but I've just noticed that we can communicate now more through Facebook, and Dolphin, it was just still a wonderful site. And I was a member for many years. You have to pay to have a subscription and that. But there's lots of free reborn doll groups that you can join on Facebook. So those people who can't afford to pay I think it's $12 a year for Doll Fam, which is still really cheap. I'd encourage you to reach out to Facebook and join as many reborn groups as you can. Also wanted to mention about these realism apps. Another Australian collector and artist. I'm trying to think of her name. Sunshine Reborns, I think her name is. She's invented this app where she used to deal with the baby care for the teenagers, where they would cry and they would do all these things, and they would have the special box inside of them, and you'd have to wear a bracelet or something, and you would, or a key, and you could, like, once you change the nappy, you would stop crying, those sorts of educational things. Well, she came up with this app that you can download on iPhones. I'm not sure if she got the Android version up yet, where your phone would randomly go off and it would start making crying noises or whatever, and you would have to interact with your reborn until you feel that you've looked after it properly, and then it would turn off. I'm not quite sure how it all works, but if you're interested in knowing more about that, you can just message me in my community tab and I can give you the link for that. You just download it from the App Store for a small amount of money if you want to interact more with your reborns. More kits, loads more kits become available over the last 10 years, obviously. Lots of more new sculptors, which is amazing. There's been a real huge availability in full body silicones, which is wonderful to see, and even partial silicones. They're getting more and more available. Before, 10 years ago, they were really rare to get, so that's wonderful to see that. Also wanted to mention the big controversy that happened a few years ago with a newbie in the community deciding to trademark the name Reborn, and then she was slapping everyone with cease and desist things who were using the name Reborn in their sales on eBay and stuff like that, which was all crazy. But the Reborn community all banded together, and most people put in for this fund to send a lawyer letter asking her to cease and desist, that she can't copyright the name Reborn because it's been used a long time before she even came into the community, and it will be used for a long time afterwards. There was recently a call to rename Reborns because to stop the Chinese scammers, but I think most people have realized that changing the name is not going to stop them, which is very sad but true. So Reborn dolls, they still are. And I'm just looking for my notes here, which I wrote down. So they were all lots of different things that have happened in the last 10 years. But sadly, I have to, for the last bit, I've wanted to leave it to last because it's not nice. I wanted to leave it to last, all about the copies, Reborn copies. You know, Bonnie Brown's, a lot of her kits have been copied and sold by these Chinese scammers. There's lots of scamming happening with just individuals stealing photos, trying to sell the babies as if they actually had them in their possession, and then taking the money and blocking people doing a runner. So just normal scammers, everyday people scamming, which is really sad. There's also a lot of nastiness and bitchiness happening in the community, which is also really, really sad. We need to stick together, as I've said so many times, you know. I mean, sure, if someone's doing the wrong thing, they need to be called out about it. I've got no qualms with that. But it can also be done in a more appropriate way. But yeah, I think we just need to all really get together, stand strong together, and keep making this place a really awesome hobby. I really love it. It's just still just as important to me as it was all those years ago. And we just had more and more people join our hobby. So welcome to this amazing hobby of reborn babies. I love them so much. I have a large collection. I love to share them with everyone. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do, if you want to see more of these amazing lifelike babies. And also don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. But I think that's about all for my decade in review of the community of Reborns, the Reborn community. It's an amazing place. Keep it going really strong. Keep supporting each other. Try to inform everyone about all the scamming. Let's just really try to help each other. And besides that, I want you all to have an amazing Merry Christmas. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video today. It's bye from me and my gorgeous Ivy. So thanks for watching. Until next time. See you later.